Babe, I bought you a house. Just kidding.
This is a project. I love the ceilings.
Could you live here?
Yeah, I would totally live here after we sunk a bunch of money into it.
Turn into your dream home.
So, the big question.
How much does it cost to fix a fixer?
How much should you spend to fix a fixer?
And the answer is?
It depends. Are you gonna live here? If so, spend what you need within budget to get your dream home.
Laundry in the kitchen. This is interior laundry is always a plus.
The kitchen has gotta go, but it's pretty roomy. We could fit a little island in here. Completely redone. This place would rent for $45,000. We're in Silverlake. This is the hottest rental market in Los Angeles.
Silverlake is like the best branded neighborhood in Northeast LA.
Just immediate reaction. What is our best building that we own?
Silverlake buildings.
Our Silverlake duplex.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We lived there for 8 years. We met there.
Yeah.
And Brock and I started dating, and then he bought the building from my landlord.
Great way to lock it down.
So here's the house.
Ah, okay.
The front is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The back is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and then there's a little carport with some land in the middle. What do you think at first glance?
I mean, it's a really nice house. You can tell it was built well, but it's going to be a comprehensive remodel. A full remodel.
A full remodel.
Yeah.
You can tell right away?
I can tell, yeah, because it hasn't been done completely, and it's probably 100 years, 100 plus.
Yeah. What do people misunderstand about flipping houses? Because everyone wants to flip houses right now because they see the shows and they see the price and they're like, he made $300,000.
Right. The how cash intensive it is.
Yeah.
And how quickly that cash has to go out when you want to order materials. So how long that takes, unless you can do a refi later, that you're never going to see that cash again.
Right.
So I think people always get down to that point, or not having enough reserves and then hitting things where they want to upgrade, or running into an issue that just has to be done, whether it's because of the city or structural or whatever, and running out of money.
That's right.
And it's a terribly stressful situation.
If you're trying to flip a home and you've never done it before, you can't even anticipate the types of roadblocks you're gonna face. I mean, our project was shut down for 3 months because of a beam, and we had to pay the mortgage that entire time. So let's talk about the benefits of buying a fixer. Number one, your property taxes are fixed for life from your purchase price of a home.
If you pay a lower price, your taxes are based on your purchase price and it stays that low.
Right.
So the lower price you pay up front, the better.
Right, so this house is listed for 1.1 million, and so your property taxes are about 1%, so that's $11,000 a year. This house flipped or renovated would be about 1.8.
I think so.
1.8. So then your property taxes would thereby be fixed at $18,000 a year. Number two.
Location. I mean, the old adage, location, location, location. We all know that. But I would, whether I'm going to flip or hold a property or something for a homeowner, to know that you have the smallest or worst house on the best street and best location, that's where you want to be.
I would add too that there's less competition for a heavy fixer. About half of home buyers approximately don't even want to do any work. They need to move right in.
And you also get to choose all of your finishes. Our house was a fixer, your house was a fixer. We chose all the tile, the marble, what everything looks like.
You get your dream house.
We bled money, but we got our dream house.
You get your dream house in theory, right?
And ultimately, the property increases in value, and they do great with it, even
Right.
though they might feel they overpaid a little.
Yeah, in this market, if you want to build immediate equity, buy a fixer. It's a lot of work, but if you want your house to be worth more than when you bought it, you've got to do some work.
All right, Zach, let's take a walk through the house and tell us what you think of it and what you would need to fix.
Sounds good. Do you like old floors? Have they been sanded too many times? They are 100 years old. Are we going to budget for refinishing the floors or putting all new floors?
But at minimum, these floors are fine. These are hardwood, they're 2-inch, they're beautiful. It looks like in this room, cosmetically, it just needs like a layer of paint and maybe some sanding and finishing.
Yeah, and the coffered ceilings are beautiful. Put a new fixture, maybe replace the doors.
And the art of rehabbing a house is the art of saying no again and again, correct?
Yes, everything you touch needs to be replaced. And that touches other things, and that's how it sort of spirals.
So if you can, leave it.
Yes.
Our clients always ask when we see a house how much it costs to redo the kitchen. Tell us, What does a kitchen remodel cost?
The thing that I do in a lot of flip houses that I like is IKEA cabinets. I think they're really good. Then in terms of like your countertops, your appliances, the prices can vary. And are you moving appliances? Are you gonna move any walls? Can you work with the existing plumbing? It can range. Usually 10, 20, and then it can go out of control. But a kitchen of this size, maybe a $15,000 kitchen.
There's a lot of stuff you don't see in a house walking through.
Right.
Underneath the house, above the house. What are some big traps that maybe home buyers who are starting out don't think about?
Foundation is
Okay.
always a big one, and structural things like that. When you redo the roof, sometimes you have to do more structural, add plywood or this or that. Sewer is also a big one now. Most home buyers are doing sewer inspections, which is good because if there's an issue under the street, it could be a $30,000 repair.
So what about cosmetic fixes that could be big ticket items? If we wanted to move a wall, that could be really expensive.
And you start messing with how the roof load is carried down to the foundation. It's not just as simple as cutting it out.
What does it cost to paint the exterior of a house?
This kind of house, I would budget about $15,000.
$15,000
or more. Especially if you're doing a lot of different colors. You have wood windows, for example. Older houses need to be sanded and primed and bondoed and
And if you want to build a gate, that's way more expensive than you would think.
You know, and another big ticket item everyone forgets about is the exterior. Landscaping, plants, grass. Let's take a look outside here and let's talk about that. Everyone thinks outside is free,
yeah, outside you can spend more money outside than you can inside.
right? What are some deal breakers for a buyer? Like what's something if a buyer sees that they should just walk?
Anything is fixable, and if you have good inspectors showing you and you're going in with your eyes open, it's fine. But I would caution buyers to not get in over their heads with a huge fixer if they haven't done some remodeling before, or if they think they're going to end up right on their budget, right on their timeline.
So if someone has $100,000 to fix the place up and the budget's 100, that's not gonna do it.
No,
Right.
You're putting yourself in a danger.
You need a safety.
Like double your budget.
These days it feels that way.
That's where you have to be very careful about margins and making sure that you're considering your holding costs. You have to pay a mortgage while
Well,
you're
yeah.
renovating your home.
Yep.
The cost of construction, you have to pay property taxes. You have to factor all of these in to the number that you are going to get at the end of the day. And ask Zach, ask any developer, be conservative in what you think you could get it for.
You're a smart lady.
I try. I think that this yard is huge and it could be gorgeous, but expensive. So let's go see the back house. This would be the rental unit and see what we can do there. So this is the back house.
This house is a 2-for-1.
It's a twofer and it has its own private backyard.
Right, this is huge.
So this house is really special because there are 2 homes on the lot. A lot of our clients are looking for these days because they want to supplement their mortgage with rental income. $7,000
Yeah, $6,000 or
a month.
$7,000 a month minus $3,000 a month for this rental. It takes a big chunk out of that monthly payment. These mortgage helpers, I feel like 10 years ago, no one was checking on them, but now suddenly everyone's like, oh, a house with a back house.
It's huge.
It's huge, it's huge. This property is great because there's lots of options.
Right, I agree.
But
Double appliances, double everything.
Got 2 foundations, 2 electrical meters.
Exactly.
So it multiplies quickly.
Exactly. So the cost goes up.
right.
Okay, great. I mean, you can get into Silverlake at a low cost. This house is in a fantastic neighborhood, and it's half the price of homes
Next door.
half a block down. Yeah, next door. Now, the biggest danger is getting in over your head and spending too much money, but that's where we come in. We will walk this property with you and tell you exactly what everything costs, and if we don't know, we have guys like Zach who will walk through with you and help you budget precisely what the project will cost, so going in, you'll know if it's for you or not.
And we have all the tricks to make your home look very expensive when it's not.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right?